Welcome everybody to the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show. Welcome again, welcome again, welcome again. As you already know, most every Monday, excuse me, y'all, I'm gonna get it together in just a minute. We do live bloopers on this show, so forgive me. Every Monday night and every Wednesday night, we highlight and create awareness about small businesses. We create awareness about underground music artists, the independent music artists. I'm going to make sure I make those differentiations in my speech all the time because I get in trouble all the time. I call them independent artists one week, and then the next week they're saying I'm not underground. So anyway, if you are an underground music artist and you would like us to promote your music, all you got to do is get with us, holler at us, text promo to 936-333-1969. If you're a small business and you would like your business promoted, advertised on our platform, all you have to do is text interview or promo to 936-333-1969. We love small businesses. We love music, so we support them both. Why? Because we know how it is. We know how tough it is to get your family and your friends to support you. So we support you. We're your support system. We know we can't do everything for you, but you need a support system, and we think we're a pretty good support system to have in your corner. This is the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show on Real Talk 100 Radio. Welcome to our live feeds if you're on our live feeds, and also welcome to our website. Thank you for tuning in to www.realtalk100radio.com. Lisa, you have any opening comments before we get started?
It is Wednesday. It is After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa. We have two amazing interviews tonight, and we just want you to stay tuned. We want you to follow. We want you to support. If you have a business, put it in the comments. If you have a page that you need followers on, put it in the comments. If you have a question, you can call in or put it in the comments. And, just stay tuned. We got a lot coming your way.
When I expect you to be long,
don't expect anything.
Be short-winded. When I expect you to be short-winded, you're long-winded.
Well, I have 3,844 boxes open. Let me see if I can pull up the sponsors real quick because
you got me dizzy over here. I have one more announcement to make, and then we're going to get on with our interview. Our first interview of the night is with a small business. She goes by the name of Shine Bright Gems. Before we get to that, though, I'm going to give a shout out to the baddest daiquiris on the north side. We've closed down. So now I give my props to this group right here. This group is called Daiquiri Island to Go. That is the sponsor of tonight's After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show. Daiquiri Island to Go is located on the corner of Walters Road and Gears Road. I believe I'm saying that right. The other location is Happy Vibes Daiquiri. They just expanded. They have a new shop. It's on the corner of Veterans Memorial and Beltway 8. Y'all go check them out. This show is sponsored by Daiquiri Island to Go. Lisa, are you ready?
I am ready. Our sponsors for our After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa and Real Talk 100 radio station are Houston Angels, Willie Ray's Q Shack, AVP Graphics, May Bay Life, Edwards Empire, Pause Impact, Boogie's Boiling, and Right on Time Furniture. Please show our sponsors some love. You can find them on our website at www.realtalk100radio.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Share, follow.
Thank you so much, Lisa. No more further ado. We're about to get to Shine Bright Gems, y'all. Shine Bright Gems can be found on Instagram and Facebook at Shine Bright Gems. That's Shine spelled the correct way, Bright spelled the correct way, and Gems, if I'm not mistaken, is spelled with two Z's. Gemzz. That's Shine Bright Gems. Can be found on Facebook and Instagram. If she's found anywhere else, I'm going to let her answer that right now. Is there anywhere else she can be found, Kim?
All right. Good evening, everybody. Of course, Shine Bright Gems is on your social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. Also, you can register as a customer on my website, shinebrightgems.com. And of course, once you plug in there, you'll be able to plug in all things Shine Bright.
All things Shine Bright. I've been watching your numbers lately. I've been watching your numbers. I'm proud. I'm proud. They went.
It's been an up and down. I've been doing, as you guys know, I've been doing a little free COVID testing, so I haven't been doing my business full time. But first thing I said when I took this newer position, just because you start one thing, that doesn't mean the other thing stops. So I did a lot of building of my business in the last almost 4 years. And actually, which is the purpose of this show, is to talk about more of my community wellness events, to tell a little bit more about my background, and you'll understand why I'm doing those things. And it all really overlaps. If you're supporting someone, you should be supporting all that they're doing. If they're trying to do this, if they're trying to do that, if it's something that goes against what you're trying to do, that's something totally different.
Right.
But whether I'm telling you I'm selling cookies, whether I'm going to fly on rainbows, whatever it may be. Somebody told me the other day if I'm selling turtles, I'm gonna check them out.
I'm gonna check them out. No questions about it. I don't understand that, and that's the premise behind what we do. It's hard.
Yeah, support is everything. I always say support is everything. It costs nothing. Of course, it's going to be your time, effort, and energy, which is very valuable. Don't get me wrong. But as far as actually costing you something, most of the time, I know business owners, they're not looking for that immediate sale, we're just looking for your support, because we know if you support and people take your word and you're a valuable and valid resource, they're gonna go by that because you're a good source.
Right.
So I'll take that more than any just one sale.
Exactly. It's very important to support small businesses, and that's what we're here to do tonight, y'all. Make sure you share our video. Make sure you share our live feeds. Make sure you tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody all about Real Talk 100 Radio and Shine Bright Gems. We want the entire world to know who Shine Bright Gems is by the end of this show. Shine Bright Gems is a local jewelry vendor. Did I say that right?
Correct. I'm a contractor. Well, I'll say consultant. I'm an independent consultant with Paparazzi Accessories. I've been doing contractor work, so that word is on my mind. But as being an independent contractor consultant, I'm distributing Paparazzi Accessories. Paparazzi Accessory has become popular because of their $5 jewelry, affordable fashion jewelry that doesn't break the bank. Because no matter what we're going through, we all know about pandemic hardships and things like that. But you still want to bless somebody with something. You still want to be like, hey, Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, or that's what's coming up now. We're pushing our Easter sales and our Mother's Day.
Right.
So no matter what I got going on economically, I still want to be able to bless, mom with a string of pearls, and it didn't break my bank to do that for her. Yes. So that's why it became popular. And it's also given opportunities for people that either aspire to be a business owner, didn't know what to get into, because as we know, there's all type of businesses opening up night and day, but you got to find something that fits your niche, that kind of gravitates to you, because you can do a lot of stuff all day long, but it definitely has to have a passion for you to get up and do it every day. And that's what Paparazzi Accessories with me. It was introduced to me through my cousin. I joined September 11th of 2018. Easy paparazzi anniversary to remember. And I was supporting, doing the number one thing, just supporting my cousin. But when someone sees talent in you, or they see something you can be good, of course you want to offer what you do to anybody. Mm-hmm. Whether it be I want you to come on board as a business partner, or I just want you to support what I'm doing. You want to put it out there, and then you can figure out how it fits your needs. And so once she said, Kimberly, you'll be good at this. And I've always loved jewelry. I worked in Bells and Palette Royal when I was younger, so I was familiar with jewelry and accessories. And then learning, because I actually kind of reminded how all these things overlap, having that retail experience, having that customer. It took my manager coming on one of my shows and reminding me, these are things that you learned when I trained you as one of my associates. So life really just, it's a journey. We all can probably look back at our resume at some things that we've done and didn't really know we were going to use it later in life, and think about that moment we pulled it. Like, I'm glad I knew that. Glad I had that skill, because I know when we were going to school, we're like, I'm not going to use this. Oh, it'll come in later. It's cumulative. Learning is cumulative. I'm also a trained educator. I wanted to make this show more about, I'm a jewelry lady, but how my journey got to where I am.
Let's get to that.
I'm celebrating 20 years out of high school. This is a big milestone year for my family. I'm planning that. I'm from Jasper, Texas, 2 hours from here, and small East Texas town, which also comes into play with what I'm doing now, resources. What I know about the community, anybody that's about community, is about reaching them where they are and getting what they need. Because no matter what industry you're in, you're just trying to fill a gap.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm either going to provide you a service or I have a product available, but that's all I'm trying to do. And about the community is you can't have sales goals, you can't reach numbers, and it's all a numbers game. But you cannot have that without people. You can't have that without listening to what their needs are, knowing what their wants are, what they desire, because if not, you're just putting something out there that nobody wants or needs.
Right.
And so I know when I was doing COVID testing out in Kingwood, Texas, that's out in the north rural area. And we got a lot of, I'm so happy y'all are out here because they don't have to go all the way to the city for those resources.
Right.
I know that being from a small town where we didn't have to go. So glad y'all came out. And sometimes we forget about those neglected populations, underserved populations and things like that. So my background is in psychology. That's my undergrad. I'm a proud Panther alumni. My first degree was in psychology. My second degree is in human sciences. And that has helped me because I interact with so many different kinds of people. This was the first time I had to have a staff that I had interns, but I made them independent. Everything I've had has been independent. I have 82 people on my team, but they're independent consultants. I've also had interns, but they were independent interns. They were summer interns getting ready to graduate, so just getting them prepared for young adulthood. But having a staff that relied on you to be their director, to be their team lead and all that, that was a transition for me.
Okay.
And but it was good to be able to use those leadership skills. And it's been a great experience. So I'm seeing how all of my previous education experience, because as a certified community health worker and someone that just has a passion for the community, like I'm going Saturday back to Jasper to get back to your community, because working for CPS, MHMR, all these different places, I've touched so many different lives, but it's nothing like making a difference back home. Because when I'm live selling my jewelry, I see someone live right now, Miss Katie Liz, how you doing? That's someone that has known me since I was a little girl and now has seen me now 37, almost 38 years later doing something totally different. And her, Miss Annie Armstrong, those are the ones that no matter, back to what we said, no matter what you're doing, she pulled up to get her test. I said, it don't matter if I'm selling jewelry, if I'm doing free COVID testing, you're on my lives, you're sharing them. And that's the way it should be.
Yes, ma'am.
If it's related, because people, same way with sales, people don't shop, because you can get paparazzi jewelry a lot of places. You can get jewelry a lot of places, but people don't buy into the product, they buy into you. I have ladies that call me and message me and want to know, hey, Kimberly, does this go with this? These women been dressing themselves longer than I've been here. It has nothing to do with, they know what necklace goes with what blouse and things like that, but it's the relationship
they want to hear from you
that you form, and they want it. They want that. And some people, even in Kingwood at the community center, those older retired people, they were just coming out to have someone to talk to. And right. I get a free COVID test while I'm out here, okay, great. But to know that I have interaction with people, because the pandemic did change a lot of that. That's why our company got so large during the pandemic. People were missing that face-to-face interaction. Right. There's Miss Annie Armstrong. Hello there. The people were missing that person to talk to at the counter. And that has, just because we're not in that time doesn't mean it doesn't still have effects.
Right.
And that's what you are. Whenever a person comes on your show, they're coming for something.
Yes, ma'am.
Not necessarily to see if I got a silver necklace for them, but it's going to be some energy that they got from the last time that they interacted with you. I always tell my team, make yourself visible, likable, and memorable. Because if you don't put yourself in front of the camera, that's why I'm making all these appearances. You say my numbers have gone, up. Sales is up and down, retail is up and down, marketing is up and down. Even what I've been doing with COVID testing. First 2 days in January, we tested 1,200 people in 2 days.
Okay.
When I closed January 31st, tested 115, still decent. Now we're in like the teens and really pushing because the need has changed. Back to what we said about providing a need. It's not more of I feel like I'm going to get sick if I'm next to you without a mask. We're not there. But it's still, you have people walking around that are asymptomatic and carrying a virus. So we need to know, are you positive or not?
We need to know. Yes,
and
indeed.
Before you start getting on planes and going other places, we're going to be right back to where we were.
Right.
So again, no matter what your personal feelings are, let's just try to, keep it safe. And that's what community wellness is about. Why I transferred all of my skills. I remember when I interviewed at Workforce Solutions and they looked at my resume. I work on my resume today. Y'all know that tedious job where you're trying to put all your skills together and compile it and all that fun stuff.
She can relate to that.
Yes, you're trying to pull all the different skills that you have, but you don't want it just to look like a big long list. You want to make it to flow like a story. And I know for me, I look at what I've done and like, where can I put this here? But you really want to be able to take your whole self and put it into whatever you're doing. I want to be able to take all those things that I've learned. And that's what the lady told me. She said, you have transferable skills. There's always going to be someone that can relate to people.
Right.
Because if you don't have those personal relationships, they're not going to recur.
Right.
You can set up somewhere like right now, I can set up with my jewelry, do great that day. But what about the people coming back? And they don't know you. That's right. You gotta, and that's what happened at the community center. I took what I learned in multi-level marketing, being an executive director in multi-level marketing. I was live every day at that site, except when it was cold and my fingers were about to fall off out there. You know, I was live, letting them know we're here. We're going to be here every day. Consistency. That's another thing. But once that community center started putting my picture as their cover photo and started supporting it, that's how you endorse someone. I believe them. I take their word because they have her picture up here, so it must be okay. Yes. And that's that part about relationships. They didn't know who I was, but because the community center said this is a service that we're providing and this is the leader of it, go ahead and support it. So that's why opportunities like this are so important, to see different people and get different exposure, because it's a radio station. So whoever is getting broadcast to, they're going to learn something that they didn't know before this broadcast. And that's why I even told my team today, get out there, book something. You start small, because one person see, I just did one 2 weeks ago. She followed me from that podcast to my live show, and now she wants to be a business partner. And all that was just 3 touches.
3 touches.
Mm-hmm.
3 touches. You can get a lot done in 3 touches.
Yeah, they say 8. That's my favorite number, but it depends on what you're trying to get.
Right.
It depends on what the goal is. Everybody ain't gonna just hand you any money initially, but if you, what depends on what you want from me. Are you wanting me to just get on my phone and tell everybody about you? I can do that easily right now. It just depends on what you're trying to get that person to commit to. You know, people I've told me they're gonna join paparazzi. Didn't follow. But at the same time, it's opportunities here. When you're ready, you'll do what's necessary to make that happen. Mm-hmm. And so I look at marketing like that as well. I'm just trying to put it out there. The repetition, again, like I said, visible. I think that's my face on the screen. I'm making myself visible.
Yes.
I consider myself a likable person because there's likes. That's what people do. But you also got to leave something on their mind. I have things with my logo. I see all these logos around here. You have to have something that's going to leave it on their mind. Even over time.
I call it staying their brain.
Staying their brain. Yeah, that's a good one. Leave it. You got to leave it on their mind.
Right.
And that's so very important. And the memorable thing is, what's going to make them come back to me for what I'm doing? Right. What's going to make them search and try to find, and ask somebody, how do I find the jewelry lady that was on your show? You want to have those questions. Even when I advertised for my Jasper events, when I was going around town, oh, we heard you on the radio. They may not know me because I've been gone. That's where I grew up. If I got to talking to them, they may know who I am. But they're like, oh, you're the one we heard on the radio all week. People don't forget those things you stain their brain with.
Stain their brain.
They're not going to forget that. So you have to make good first impressions, build those relationships, and leave those lasting impressions to have those type of goals met. Right. So where I'm at in my life is trying to take all the parts of the journey and put it together, because it's been a rough, RUFF, capital all letters, journey.
Rough.
Rough. It has been a rough climb up the mountain.
Yes, ma'am.
But at the same time, as long as you're still climbing.
I make as long as you're still
climbing.
Valid point. And I say this all the time. I see why a lot of wealthy people and rich people are mean. When they get old, when they finally get wealthy, when they finally reach their goals, I see why a lot of them are mean, because they had to do it by themselves. They had no help or very limited help. So it's like, okay, I get it now. Because at first, growing up, I'm like, oh, why they gotta be so mean? Because they got money. But now I get it.
It's like they feel like they earned that right to have whatever feelings they have, because I made it. I made it to where it is. I feel like if I ever, I don't particularly want wealth. I just don't want debt. I don't want to owe anybody anything because I have people. I was just talking about that with my mom. Some people feel like that. They don't want to owe anybody anything. Who does? No one wants to. But there also takes resources to get things done.
Yes.
Doing these community events, the first thing people want to know is how much it's going to cost. Do you know I may not have X amount of money in my account, but I know people that can make certain things happen that have value.
Mm-hmm.
They can open up buildings that are close to the public, that are, you know, you make certain phone calls. And that's what's of more value when you can make those certain connections. And that's why it's important to have those positive relationships, because I may not have the money right now to get that. Right. But if I can get that stepping stone that can get me closer to it, yes, then we're on the way. And I think that's where I'm at. I'm just to the point where after all the different things that I've been exposed to, because it's been my resume really, I've had a day of clarity and focus of all I've done. I've been working since I was 14. So I've been around people for 24 years in the public sector to see what it is we're trying to do out here. And now that I'm on the business, because that's what I was doing at 14, seeing people print t-shirts. I was at a coffee center. Roy James and Jasper gave me an opportunity at 14. My dad signed me out of the Boys and Girls Club. Nothing against Boys and Girls Club. I hate that because there's not one there now in Jasper, because you need that for positive things for kids to be involved in the youth. But my dad saw something different, be exposed to business owners coming in getting business cards. Not everybody printing t-shirts, you know.
Everybody.
I was at 14 doing the UPS logbook to know when packages were coming in, not knowing now I'm looking for a FedEx package almost every day with paparazzi. Your life has meaning in your journey, and when you realize what that is, it makes a whole lot of sense. Just the other day, I was doing COVID testing at my church. Gave my grandmother, who was a nurse, her first test. So her very first test, and gave my uncles their first one. So regardless of what I'm doing, the numbers and all those type of things, it's an experience. It's an experience, and it's part of my journey, and especially as a certified community health worker, to bring awareness. And if that's a service that I can be in, I've helped so many people that I didn't know and strangers, but to know that I can help people that I know share the same last name with me, come from the same hometown, those type of things just make a difference. And being in Houston, I've, made my own network. We didn't realize we were neighbors until after we was already doing business and things together, So it's, you just got to follow the path of your journey to see where it connects. And when you really, really start following the signs and seeing, you'll know exactly where you at on your journey and what your purpose is supposed to be. Because I've been reading this thing that said it's not supposed to be positive or negative or good or bad, but when it all settles, it'll give you a little bit more insight of what your journey is supposed to be. Because there are some things that have been happening that I can't really tell you what that was. And instead of worrying about what it was, just take that experience and that life lesson and move on. Because don't point the finger.
Can you say that again? I got one over here. I tell her that at least once every 2 days or so. You roll with the punches.
You do. I guess at the point where I'm at, I know the knockdown is coming.
It's coming.
It's
so roll through it. You just keep your boxing gloves on, and it changes so quickly. I think my biggest thing is the roller coaster. Like, I already know of twists and turns. I love rides. I don't know if I'll just get on one right now. It's been a while, So it's a reason why they put all those warning signs on rides. Do you have? So before we get on these rides, these roller coaster rides, I'm okay with the twists and the turns and all of that. But then nobody tell me about this big drop that y'all add, and it never fails as soon as you find some type of peace, some type of the devil don't like that. The devil don't like you accepting your journey. You don't say it too loud. I did a testimony back in October about coming out of the testing season, going into the testimony season, but I had to remember my church family and my family friends we're not the only person that heard that testimony. There's some people that don't wish you well. There are people like in the devil form that heard that as well. So people do prey on your fall and your fall. So don't we know
it? So but when you accept that, they don't like that either. You're not supposed to. But at the end of all days, you're one of my biggest supporters. Miss Lori always tells me, your only responsibility is to have a day. If it was a good day, that's fantabulous. If not, if you're blessed to see another day, you can try it again. But in all actuality, your only responsibility is to have a day.
Have a good day.
Have a day. You ain't it ain't gotta be good or bad. I had a day. I did my responsibility. I showed up, roll with the punches. And that's actually a paparazzi bling bracelet. Roll with the punches. That's one of the first names I remember for as a paparazzi piece.
You have to roll with the punches. And like I was saying earlier, I tell Lisa that all the time. It's not that, she'll get mad at me. Why you're acting so nonchalant, like it doesn't bother you. And I'm like, I knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was coming. I was prepared for it.
And
it's like a boxer.
And for me, it's getting to the point where my body is telling me.
Right.
I had a flare up with an abscess, like I was telling you, but it was usually, like if I drink this cold, okay, that may bother you. Something hot, spicy. It was none of those things. That was my body let me know what was about to happen. Same way I was feeling nauseous last night. In the news that I got. So I've always had those moments where I get either some type of sign, some type of premonition to let me know what's happening. So follow your signs. Pay attention, because there are patterns. There are patterns you can pay attention to, because they're coming. There's going to be some things that are going to try to take you off course. That's the whole point.
No doubt about it.
That's the whole point, for you to see how bad you want to stay on that path of what you're trying to get to.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
Grounded. I was talking to a papa sister, Michelle Rice, that made my cookies for my recent Get Life at a Party. Woo woo. I went to an event last night. They were calling me Life of the Party Jewelry.
Life of the Party Jewelry.
That's because I hit the Life of the Party goal, meaning I purchased 2,500 pieces of jewelry since July. That's what that means.
2,500
pieces of jewelry
since
July 1st.
Okay.
The paparazzi year is July 1st through June 30th. So that's where you meet that's our fiscal year. So if you want to meet any goals, that's when you have to meet it. And I hit the first level of Life of the Party, which is 5,000 volume and 2,500 pieces. But the DJ, he wasn't understanding. Oh, shit, we got Life of the Party jewelry here.
Not Shine Bright.
And he knows that he buys from me, but he was like, we got Life of the Party jewelry here. I said, hey, for the moment, that's what we're going to be.
For the moment.
Yes.
As I'm sitting here, I don't know if you were watching me or not, but as we're sitting here talking, I'm shaking. I keep shaking my head for a reason.
Okay.
You know what I'm thinking of? I'm like, we got this big screen up here. You know that big board you usually bring? We could have had all the jewelry set up on your board.
We still doing this.
Facing.
I'll be back.
I'm kicking myself, y'all. We are with Shine Bright Gems, and she's got all kinds of jewelry lined out on the table right here. And I'm kicking myself, because if you're watching us on a live feed, you can't see the beautiful jewelry. But I'll get her to hold them up here in a minute.
Yeah.
But right now we're talking about, not only is she our favorite jewelry lady, she is doing big things in the community. She's trying to expand. She's trying to network and get to know more people and make more impactful moves in the community. Correct?
Yes, sir.
What
you
is
know something about that?
What is coming? Yes. We try to do it all the time. Here lately, we've been in a kind of a pickle. We can't get out as much as we'd like, but we'll bust.
You do what you're able to.
We do what we're able to.
That's your job is to have a day.
Right, have a day. That's my only job. So tell our listening audience what you have coming up, where you want the community, or you might need the community to help you in your event.
Okay. Well, the most recent is Jasper, hometown. I'll be there Saturday at Complete Health Care Services. And
in Jasper, Texas.
Right. If you're driving around town, you'll see it on the billboards at First National Bank. You'll see it on my page. I'm circulating flyers. The main thing is, we know we're gonna hey everyone, she's single. Yeah, that's what we're doing, Mom.
Hey everybody, she's single. Mom, stop.
She ain't gonna stop. If I tell her to stop, that's like press and play. So what was I talking about?
Leave it to him.
Oh, the events. Okay. So I was trying to see if we had any important comments. Okay.
Mom, trying to get you married,
just because you've been married almost 40 years, it just don't happen like that anymore. So that's another big milestone for our family this year. And you're 6 past the word. Oh yeah, we gotta pass the word. No, pass the word about the events, not what my mom's talking about. This is not pass Kim off.
It's not the past Kim.
Then you have everybody in my inbox for the wrong reason.
Oh yeah.
We just got to talk about inbox.
Just got through talking about inbox.
Yeah. So Jasper is Saturday the 19th. As I was stating, we know testing is necessary, and if you don't feel like it's necessary, you must have never been affected by COVID, whether it was economically, physically, emotionally. Then it's necessary. Just like with anything else, you kind of want to know what's going on, what's up.
Right.
But you get a better, same way with when you go to like a networking event. If you're going to come, I want more than one resource. I used to do like that when I was a resident service coordinator in Fifth Ward. I said, when a person comes to my office, it's not guaranteed they're going to come back. So I'm going to make sure I give them all the information I can right now. So if you're going to come to an event, yeah, I know I'm gonna get tested. Even one of my friends came through. I ain't tested for nothing. What you got?
What you got?
So, you know, it's a joke, but it's real. We had snacks, and shout out to the Jasper Chamber of Commerce. They provided welcome packets, and any local businesses that want to leave your information, we'll pass it out to all those that come through. Even if you can't stay long, just stay long enough for maybe 30 minutes to an hour just to pass out your information. It's just all about reaching people. Use those opportunities. You know, people like, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. Trust me, there's so many free available resources out there. Yes, ma'am, Miss Annie. I was just talking about you. I'll be out there, rain, sleet, or cold. I was out there and the wind about to blow over, but I was out there. And that's
Jasper, Texas is tuned in. Shout out to Jasper, Texas.
Yeah, Jasper, you gotta know where your support is, because that's what's gonna. I think when they always ask you what advice you would give a business owner starting. Build your support first.
Build it first.
Build your support first, because you already gonna know the no's are coming, that you can't do this and you shouldn't do that.
Right.
Those are coming. But if you got those supporters that already told you, and like we already know, you're supposed to believe that you can do all things anyway.
Yes.
So if you have those supporters that remind you of that, because I have looked the devil in his eye plenty of times. Plenty of times to be like, what is this? Oh, that's right, because I'm doing something good. Oh, right. That's right. You know, and that's part of the accepting your journey. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt. I'm not saying you're not going to cry. I'm not saying all those things, because that's what I do myself. But I'm still here. Those weapons are going to form, but you cannot let them prosper, because then you've already lost the battle and it's not worth it. For what you got to make it worth it to you.
Right.
And so, Jasper, yes, ma'am, I'm coming to Jasper Saturday, and that Saturday 9 to 4 at Complete Healthcare Services. I've been having not rough. Let me take that away. We're going to claim our pain going to become peace, and all those great things are going to be converted. It's just been a busy trying to tackle it. So I haven't called into the radio, but I will call into the morning to remind Jasper Thursday and Friday about Saturday. And so that'll be 9 to 4 at, most of you guys know, Dr. Gillian's office. It's the old Brooksher Brothers, right down from where we just were last weekend at First National Bank. And I'll be posting those flyers and information. Then on the next Saturday, I'll be back here in Houston doing a community wellness event at the Old Dave & Buster's, Richmond, right on the 6010 Richmond Avenue. There will be testing. I've invited, if you are a local business, I already have WellCare Health that wants to come. I have NACA wants to come with rental assistance. If you know any community partners that just want to come, again, we're going to do regular operating hours, because they do regular testing from 9 to 5. And if you want to come, again, if you can only come 2 to 4 just to set up and show, it's all about that opportunity to, and it's not just about you, it's the community. Because what I know from going like United Way, interagency, just imagine if the right resources connects with the right resource and a certain individual needs those two things, it's going to get done faster. Yes. Because they're working together. Because I worked with the homeless, where I had to do everything for that individual. So I had to have the furniture bank, I had to have the food pantry, I had to have all those people on deck to make sure this individual was okay.
To make sure. So
a lot of things can happen. We are always going to be greater together. I know I can do a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people that can do a lot of stuff. So if you put that together, and we're not even asking for you to do it above and beyond. If everybody does what they call the bare minimum and do your part, we will be so much further. But we can't worry about the shoulda, woulda, couldas. We just got to do what we can.
I compare that to people lifting a car. I might not be able to lift that car by myself.
Right.
But get 10 of us together.
It's gonna move.
It's gonna move something.
Right.
And that is exactly what Kim is talking about tonight. Miss Kimberly Brooks of Shine Bright Gems. You can find Shine Bright Gems on Facebook and Instagram. You can find it anywhere. Google anywhere. If she's Googleable. If you just type in on Google, all of her pages, wherever she sells her products will pop up on Google. Shine Bright Gems. Just make sure you spell shine the correct way, bright the correct way, and gems is spelled with two Z's. That's Shine Bright Shine Bright Gems spelled Gemzz. That's who we're talking to tonight. This is who I like to call our favorite jewelry lady. We're talking about the community right now and what's going on, but we're going to get to this jewelry in just a minute for the ladies because it's all about affordable and accessorizing your wardrobe. It's all about being affordable. She's affordable, and she wants to accessorize your wardrobe no matter what color you're going to wear this weekend, tonight, or go to work, wherever you're wearing to work tomorrow, whether it's brown, green, orange, whatever color you wear, she's got it for you. You like silver, she's got it. She's got it. She's got it. It's affordable for the ladies. All you got to do is tell hubby to come and shop for your. I almost said furniture. Come and shop.
That's when you're doing so much and all overlap, but that's a good overlap.
That's a good overlap.
Mm-hmm.
When you want a bunch of jewelry, but the hubby doesn't want to buy a lot of jewelry because it's not affordable, I guarantee you, when he sees Shine Bright Gems, he's gonna love this lady right here. Shine Bright Gems is in the building. Let's get back to Jasper, Texas, and this event. What's the event called again?
This is going to be the Community Day Out and Networking event.
Okay.
There will be free COVID testing provided.
Okay. That's in Jasper.
That is in Jasper.
Is the same thing going to happen in?
Same thing is going to happen. We're going to call those community wellness events just to sum it all up.
Okay.
And that brings us to, we have 4 operating testing sites right now. The original is the Dave & Buster's location. So you can find them Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 for your testing needs. And my goal as the business, because my roles changed. I was the Kingwood testing site director from January 4th, and then I transferred my site on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And then I was asked to become the business development management director. And that's basically what I'm talking about, where you have to build those relationships. Because notice when a restaurant is coming, what do they put? Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Let you know we're in the area. That's what you have to do as your footwork when it comes to an event, making appearances. You can't expect someone to show up to something you haven't told them is going on.
Right.
You know, I've seen it so many times where didn't nobody buy my raffle tickets. You didn't tell anybody how to sell.
Didn't tell me how to sell.
I've seen it, and I just wonder where that it can't be entitlement. You literally did nothing. So you know, it's one of those. Get yourself out there. Get yourself exposed, and that's why I knew when this was coming up, I can talk about what's coming up, and then I can maybe go ahead and post about it. But once it's laid on their minds, stain their brains, and then put the word out, flyers. We'll have a flyer. I'm actually going to do the draft on the flyer soon and send it to my team lead so we can get that out. So we'll be at Dave & Buster's. That's Richmond Avenue, 6010 at Old Dave, 9 to 5 because that's the regular business hours.
What date?
That'll be Saturday, March 26th from 9 to 5.
And it's all about free COVID testing?
That's always, but we're inviting the community partners to come out and provide whatever they want to provide. I've secured a couple, but I've planned between now and next week. I want to at least have a solid 3 to 5 vendors. That would be good. I mean, we're on the Richmond trip of Houston. I think we should get a few out there.
Right.
That's in that parking lot is so big. That's why that was going to be our original one. Some things have changed in the organization, and I also want to. My location we transferred to North Park Plaza on 59 North when you exit North Park, where Texas Roadhouse, Los Cucos, that's where the Kingwood location is right now in that parking lot. And so hopefully we can get back to the community center where it was, because when you're immersed in the community, like right now, even though I was at First National Bank, which is commercial, but everybody's coming here to see their name scrolling on the sign. It's a major intersection. It's the way to the lake. It's different when you're in a setting where people are, because think about it, if I'm going out to eat, I may not want to get a COVID test, but I'm out here walking my dog leisurely. I ain't doing nothing else. Might as well. You know, on Westlake Houston, we were thriving. That's why we were able to test as many that we did. And so the goal right now is to provide something that's necessary, but what else can we provide? Can we have food? But the main thing is the community. do you even know these resources are available? Because I know when I was a CPS worker, I had a lady, I use this example a lot. She called CPS on herself when, I can't remember all the details, but it was a young family member that basically dropped her kids off to her.
Okay.
She knew she didn't have the resources to take care of them. So she called CPS, but that put her in the system because guess what happens? Now she has access to all the resources for these children.
Yes, ma'am.
So a lot of times people, they suffer because they don't know who to call, who can help me in this situation. So that's what these type of initiatives will help with. Get the right people together, and then we can figure out how to help whoever.
Yeah, you can make something shake.
Right.
Can't do it by yourself.
You're not supposed to.
It takes a village, ain't that right, Lisa?
Yep.
Lisa says it all the time.
It takes a village, and it takes that village calling their village, tell your friends
Right.
to get with my friends, and we can be friends.
Right. They made a song about it.
Yes.
They made a song about it.
That's the way it's supposed to be, and that's the only way it's really gonna work to benefit us all. Anything that I'm do, I think I broke it down to my team lead. I'm a Malcolm person. I'm a by any means necessary. If anybody's watched my show, I got Malcolm, Mandela, and Martin on the wall, and now I got Obama on there with them. But I feel like I will go by any means, do what's necessary. But if we are compromising overall well-being, I'm not with it. If it's anything that compromises overall
well-being,
because that's not what I'm with. Because that goes against if I'm trying to do all these good things and it's not going towards that, then it goes against that.
Right.
So kind of like my favorite Bible verse besides who can be against you, is all these things are working for good. So if I'm believing that, then I have to continue to put those good things out there for things to happen. So that's what the vision I see for that, because I've seen it in so many instances with networking events, vendor events. It's just like a combination of everything. I've been up, like for instance, my mom on Saturday, she has a photography business.
Okay.
She'll set up the springtime family portraits, spring for prom, graduation, set up examples that she's done, weddings. Maybe can book something and not the community knows. And then on the other side, she'll have her paparazzi. I've seen so many opportunities. It just needs to come together, because if not, we're just going to be doing it forever, a long time. And I don't want, I've already been working since I was 14, so I'm ready to see some of this stuff come together.
I tell people that all the time too. Just be patient. Just be patient. I'm 52 years old.
Right. You want to enjoy some of it.
I don't want to be 62, 65, and it finally comes to fruition.
And you're going to be just as thankful then, but still.
I won't be able to enjoy it as much.
Yeah, it's a difference. My mom be 60 and my dad be 62 this year, and they've always said that. We want to be able to enjoy it.
Right.
We want to be able to enjoy it.
The fruits of your labor.
Your fruits, and that's it. And that's why I talk about your days. Make sure if there's anything you can physically, emotionally, financially do, in all those LY words, do it.
Right.
Because one of my newest, because I have a team, so I'm always constantly coming up with things to try to motivate them. Mm-hmm. Today is the day that's on my calendar for March, and today is really your best and only option. I know when I follow with people about joining the business, well, I'll do it when I do. How you know? And I lost a lot of dear people to me this past year. And how do you know you're gonna be here?
Right.
Let me know how you know.
Right.
They're waiting for the perfect time. They're waiting for the perfect situation. They're waiting until the money's right. You don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
It's never gonna be that, because especially if you're wanting to be better and you're giving your best, you're always going to be striving, because if not, you're going to get comfortable. And comfortable is not where you want to be, because then you don't want to grow. I'm not a big green thumb person, but I appreciate my plants, because when they get crowded in that pot, they can't grow anymore. They need room for those roots to sprout and to get out more. So I felt like a lot of my life, I've been in this little box, because that's why I don't do well with 9-to-5 jobs. You got to be here, do this. This is my office. My office is this whole globe.
The whole
globe. I need to reach everybody that owns this globe that's spinning. So if you try to put me in that box, I'm always gonna break out.
Somebody told me, I don't know how true it is. Maybe you ladies, maybe somebody in the listening audience can confirm this. But somebody told me once that if you put a shark in a little bitty aquarium, he's not going to grow. But you put him in the ocean, he's going to grow to 15, 20 feet long. Is that true? Does anybody know that?
I don't know if that's a fact, but we could confirm it. But it makes sense, because you're forcing it to be contained.
Right.
Nothing should be forced. I do puzzles, and I think that these puzzles are very symbolic of life. I know how to group things that look together. Even how I laid out my jewelry here, even for this short mine, it still had to have some kind of order. I never forget out at the Kingwood site, it was raining, we had cars down the street, label maker was tripping, all type of stuff. I said, put the labels in alphabetical order. Put them in alphabetical order. She said, that makes sense. I said, we've been putting stuff in it. What was one of the first things we learned? ABCs.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
You know why? Because learning is cumulative. You're still supposed to put stuff in alphabetical order.
Still supposed to put it in alphabetical order.
So that's just, let's work smart and not hard. And that's why, and I said this on my last interview, I may not need a master's degree to sell jewelry, but I run my business like I have a master's degree.
Right.
And I'm working financial aid where we had documents and things need to be sorted. We're not going to find what we need if we don't have it in order in here.
Right.
I have a room full of jewelry. There's no way I'm going to know what's going on in here if I don't have some kind of system.
Right. Right. You got to have some kind of system.
You can't work a business you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have some kind of system, and your system doesn't necessarily have to make sense for someone else, but it will be nice.
Right.
It will be nice, especially if you're trying to grow.
Right. That's one way me and her clash a lot. We clash a lot because everything has to be like this for me.
I saw you in here ready to throw everything away.
For me. Now for her,
Can't do that.
For her, it's, to me, from the outside looking in, it's chaotic.
It's her
for her,
it's her organized chaos.
she knows where everything is.
I know where everything is at. But if he was to go look for it, he says, you got me on a wild goose chase. I'm like, no. Third pile from the left, 4 pages down.
See?
Turn it upside down. It's right there.
See?
Third pile.
And you know what? My ex-boss used to be like that at Kingwood Hospital. He would walk in my office and he goes, how can you work in here? There's chaos everywhere. And I was like, chaos to you. But to me, ask me for something. I'll put my hand right on it. Yeah. I know where everything is at.
That's it. Because you walk in my house, it just looks like I just finished my St. Patrick's tree finally. Valentine's was stuff. It just looked like a celebration blew up. And then I'm traveling so much. I looked at my room last night and I'm like, what happened? It just, I'm on a go right now. And you again, accept your journey. But you do have to have some kind of system, especially if it's something, if you want to pass on to someone else. They have to have something like, if you want to do what I'm doing or similar to it, I got to be able to tell you something.
Right.
And it's funny when you ask people, so how do you do this? Well, and you try to follow them, and again, as long as it made sense to you, but and you know you have to be careful how you criticize somebody. So I'm like, but just put somebody else on the other shoe if you want to tell them that, would they be able to replicate what you just did? Exactly. Right.
And that's why I try to simplify my surroundings.
This necklace has got your attention the whole time.
Yeah. Because it's got its own distinct style.
Yeah, this one actually was. I love what we call series. Like I have this particular one in white bling. If any of my papa sisters got this in oil still, let me know. But they got this one pink, white, and blue. This one was originally in silver, a whole set. I rocked at Martin Luther King Day. And that's what I love about my jewelry. They all tell a story. If there's any piece here that I've worn before, I can tell you a story or something. And it is way more than jewelry. I told like right now, everything I'm wearing came from my top consultant, my cousin. Hey, Courtney. And this ring, her name of her team is Quartz Royal Radiance team. And then this is the name of that ring. So I told my team yesterday, I had on 2 rings for one of my team members and a necklace for my cousin. I know that my team is with me. And why wouldn't I want to shop with my team member? That's where I want to get something from.
Right.
And the funny part about business, we track our Amazon packages and all of that. Did you shop with you today, though? You ain't ordered nothing off your site.
Off your own site.
That's that question, like, because I help my team, but I also am a leader to other people. And the first thing I asked, well, when the last time you ordered, you're putting your website out here and you haven't gotten anything from it.
No.
You don't know what you got on the website. You don't know what it is. You don't know what the latest is. And that's, those things that just make me be like, how did you think you were going to get to point B if you ain't even take a look at
You're not even familiar with it.
You got to take a look at point A first.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You brought up Papa Sis. I want to end the show on a specific note.
Okay.
I want to change it up a little bit
Sure.
because, and I'm going to surprise you with how I
Okay, surprise.
But right now, I want you to touch on Papa Sis.
That's your favorite one.
Yes, I want you to tell our listening audience what that means in the paparazzi community, and then I want you to expound on that and explain how someone could become a paparazzi consultant.
Okay. So Papa Sis is just short for Papa Sister, and that's and there are definitely more than just women in this business. There are some men doing very well, and they're all not gay, homosexual men. That is a perception. There's a lot of husband and wife in this business. There's a lot of which is smart to me. There's a lot of ministers. That means every usher board member, every choir member got his pearls on. It just makes business sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So to join, as I said, just being exposed, you have to learn. I had to hear about paparazzi for the first time. Even though something is popular, it had to be heard of first. I actually this is a random fact. Google Images started when J-Lo wore that Versace dress. When they realized how many people had typed in J-Lo dress. That's when it started. To know that your dress wearing picture was the one that started Google Images. And I said, I use too much Google Images not to know that, that fact. But that's what it's all about. Getting exposed. When Stephanie introduced it to me, you watch a little bit here and there. You get your information. Because when I get a potential, like for instance, recently the one that followed me from the podcast, first thing she said was, will you train me? Of course, that's your job as a sponsor. You're supposed to be able to, even paparazzi when they send you. And that's what I love about it. You have no excuse. They lay it all the way out. Like they give you a whole, we call it the pink print because you get a blueprint.
Okay.
They give you the kit. They give you the book. They give you it doesn't get any. And as someone that loves education and as an educator, you gotta appreciate that because somebody said this was important to get it back to organization.
Yes, ma'am.
We call it our paparazzi Bible. It's a planner. It has tabs. Where everything is. Like that's what you would want if you're starting something. I already know I'm gonna scramble, and I say scramble because anybody that's built a brand, you are gonna scramble because I didn't always say, welcome to the gem shop, home of shine bright gems. I'm Kimberly Brooks and I'm your jewelry lady. Didn't always say that.
You didn't have it down then.
I didn't have it, but now it rolls off the tongue because you develop that over time. You build your brand. So paparazzi is going to give you everything you need, but you got to put you're the major ingredient. The biggest project you will ever work on is you. That's why I'm paparazzi. And that's one thing, the positivity. There's always going to be negative. Like there's a big thing right now. Is the jewelry really nickel and lead free? Is it poisonous? I don't know. I'm still here and I've been wearing it for 4 years, and I've seen women that could never wear costume jewelry. And then when they could, they were so excited. So I can only tell you my stories and what's happened with me. So once you're exposed to it and get the experience, you ask questions. Like my most recent potential already has a book. You talk about notebooks. These are so important.
Yes. Because
you're getting a plan. You're trying to figure out what you want to do. She's already written down what she wants her business name to be. That's when you know someone is serious about it. It's not just something to say. I had someone that I ran into. I had like a door prize. I went to a dinner party. All I did was have a gift for the first person that showed up. That was almost 2 years ago. We were out and about. Guess what she said? I've been wanting to sign up with you. I'm glad I ran into you. It's all about planting those seeds. That's why every 10 pieces they give you a free piece. You're supposed to give jewelry away.
Right.
That's why they're giving it to you. Some people won't even bake cookies and get it out there just so people know you bake cookies.
Right.
You gotta let them know your product.
On that note, I gotta interrupt you for a minute because somebody always comes up to me. A certain company always comes up to me when somebody mentions what you just did. You have to get your product out there. Tito's vodka. A lot of people don't know this story. Tito's, when they launched, and Patron did it. Not Patron. P. Diddy's vodka. Ciroc and Tito's did a similar promotional campaign where they went out with the little flight bottles. They went out with bottle girls and poured up shots all over. The bottle girls were out there. You have to promote yourself and let you know.
Appeal. What is it's called attractive marketing. What is it? Put yourself in other shoes. What's going to attract people? And then again, we all have. That's what I love about paparazzi. All these pieces. Notice I put the stuff that kind of looks together.
Yes.
If it's either bling, iridescent, color, a bracelet, but there's going to be something for everybody because they know. That's what I love about their models too. I get so many compliments when I introduce this business to people. If you look at those models, they all don't look the same. Different ethnicities, different body types, different hair types, because every woman doesn't look the same. So
Right.
I don't want to look at a catalog with this jewelry because I can't even get past the fact that I don't see anybody even looks like me.
Nobody even looks like me.
Look, and no matter if she's white with blonde hair, at least I can see a variety.
Right.
I don't even care. I can get the idea what an earring looks. It's just the fact that you chose to put the variety.
Right.
So once I hear from a potential and they're interested, I send them the link where they can join because I want you to hear it straight from paparazzi first before I send you anything personal. I want you to get it straight and I want you to have access. That's another thing. Give people links, give them access so they can do their own. I don't want you just to take my word for it. Go do your own research.
There you go.
And then start writing down questions. Some of the best people that you can work with are people with questions. Because if you don't have questions, that's what when I was studying to be a medical scribe, he said if you don't ask questions, that's how I know you're learning.
Right.
He said he just wanted to be a doctor, like he just wanted to open up my brain and put the information in there. It don't work like that, But what he was trying to tell me was I'm pouring that information into you because I want you to know it and want you to be able to, because you can't write down what I'm telling you if you don't understand it.
Exactly.
Right. So
and I hate to keep cutting you off, but you keep making me say something. It's your fault. You keep making me say something.
I've been in that mode all day, all my life. Actually.
A lot of we had 4 teenagers in our home at one point, and I did not see them bring home notes, not one day out of the whole school year. And I'm going, what are you learning?
Everything is now, even with virtual. I appreciate technology like no one else. If it wasn't for technology, we wouldn't have all of this going on. I get that, but at the same time, leave your own mark.
Right.
Leave your own mark, and it's your interpretation. What did I get from that? Because this Facebook crashed. National Jewelry Day was on March 13th. Last March 13th, Facebook crashed. That's when you use your other resources. I have my customers written down. I have a postable address book. When this stuff shuts down, what do you do?
What do you do?
Who do you call? And I got so many calls. Kimberly, we know you have such and such number. Kimberly, well, you need to create your own. I'm seeing this postable address book link so you can send it. You need the Blink card. I love my Blink digital card because not only you can give somebody a business card, but with Blink, we can exchange. It's going to request, and we both have each other information.
Blink is an app.
Blink, BILINQ. It's great, and you can. I know my brother has the one. I think it's Pop Socket. People make it where you can put it on your phone. They just tap and go. I said, there you again. There's no excuses. They're giving you all these resources,
right,
to connect. Everything is gearing towards connecting. We wouldn't have. That's what hashtags are. They're just trying to group people together, connect people that have the similarities.
Get their attention.
Get their attention. Link them together. Get the people that are trying to do the same type of things.
Right. Because
I studied that because it had to start making sense. You can't get a part again. You can't become a part of something you don't understand.
Right.
Algorithms and hashtags, and they call me the hashtag queen. I hashtag everything.
Everything. I got some people that make fun of me on Instagram because obviously we're all about small businesses and music.
Right.
But every now and then I'll put something crazy in there like somebody diving off a cliff, and they're skydiving, something like that. But what I'm doing is I'm utilizing that video and I'm hashtagging skydivers to come to our page.
That's right.
To come to our page.
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with music. What you posting that for?
Birdseed. You putting the birdseed. You putting the breadcrumbs out so you can follow it, and that's just what you have to do. People say you're playing the game or manipulating, but you have to. That's. They wouldn't have given you the information if you wasn't supposed to use it. Right. Because we wasn't always hashtagging. No. We had to start seeing it and recognizing what they were trying to do with hashtags. And then once we start utilizing them, we understand it can benefit us and help us grow our businesses, help us. Because I'm all about anything that can help us overall. Right. So if we can just get out and do that, then I'm with it. So I think I finished about, and we'll do your idea with the jewelry before. I'll do a brief because most people know you can catch me live. My lives are always available for replay. And, and the best thing how I've been doing, because live interaction has been low. And I don't know if it's just because I've been going live less, because of course we know I was just watching the newest one of the episodes of Bel-Air where Hillary was getting hit about not posting, and her influencer coach was telling her, you about to have digital disaster.
You know, I watched that game.
I basically, when people coming on, I put it on for them.
Okay.
Because I know everybody would be interested in just checking it out. But
Right.
She's an influencer, and he was just saying if you don't post anything, your popularity goes down.
Right.
But that's it. That's where we are. If you're going to utilize these platforms, you got to understand what's going on with them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it's not.
Yeah.
It'll look confused if you read all that and didn't know what that was about.
Right.
Then yeah, it'll look like. But if you really break it down, we're promoting the radio station and all those things. Because I know you guys, but I would have to ask what Air was Empire. But if I know what all those other things are, I can put it together.
Right.
It's all about a puzzle. You put the puzzle together. They're promoting their businesses, and then that also leads to acts. Especially if I'm someone that's familiar with you guys, and I see something new, I know to ask what's new.
Right. What's new?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're all about. It's all about reaching out. When we say network, we want to network across the globe. So when I might hashtag a music artist in Istanbul somewhere.
I had a flash sale go viral the other day. It's deleted now, probably because they thought it was spam. Literally, my viewers went from my norm. I got 5 on that. I averaged between 5 and 20 viewers at one time. It went from a couple hundred to about 1.2.
I was on it.
Yes, it was crazy.
I was on it.
Oh, she got her blank. You're gonna love it.
I was.
Yeah.
Okay. Blank.
Inbox it to me. Cause share. You can send it any way. You can text it. You can. And like I said, what I love about it, because I can give you my card, but that doesn't mean I have your information.
Right.
This is going to ask all your contacts to send their information.
Okay.
I actually did a challenge when we were in Vegas for convention. I said, I challenge all you guys, because what I've been seeing when we're in Vegas, think about it when you're walking around and you see people that you normally used to see on Facebook Live. It's like you're not starstruck, you're just glad you finally see them in person. So I said, use this, guys. Get your Blink app, and I challenge you to at least get 10 to 15 new contacts.
Okay.
But that's what you have to do every day. You should connect with some new resource.
Right.
And I do a power hour every 9 a.m. It goes off on my phone, and if I don't do it then, I'm gonna do it sometime in my day. That reminds me every day I have to say happy birthday. Happy birthdays on Facebook is good for that. Connecting even with my VIP.
Right.
Make sure my VIP group is spoke to every day.
Right.
Make sure my team is spoke to every day. You get that power hour going, and it becomes routine. And those are things that are going to help build that network.
Right.
So even with this event, people are inboxing me when I was looking for people to work. When you start putting yourself out for different things and connecting yourself, then it's gonna. I just see the bigger picture, kind of like all these little logos. If all those little logos are coming together, it's gonna make one big logo of. We just trying to make the world a better place.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go any further, I want to look over at my DJ and I want to get the ETA on our next guest.
He's not coming.
Awesome. So, Kim, we're going to talk about jewelry until 10 p.m. if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Okay. Our guest is not coming. It doesn't have.
I don't know that for sure, but he hasn't answered any of my messages.
It doesn't have to be till
That's
10
fine.
p.m.
Well, I'll just give enough time to go through the pieces and answer any questions. Most people on my live are, of course, my people, but
Right. So if your people would like to call in, anybody on our live feed, if you'd like to call in, anybody,
everybody but my mom.
Everybody but mom that wants to call in and encourage Kim or ask Kim.
And that's actually my Papa Sis mom.
Papa Sis.
She's on my team as well.
You want to encourage Kim. You want to ask her about the jewelry that she's about to show you on right here on our show. If you would like to call in, the number is 346-779-5831. You're more than welcome to call in at any time. For the next, 10 minutes or so, for the next 10 or 15 minutes or so, what I want you to do, and here's a surprise, y'all. I want you to do what you do at home every day. I want you to get in front of that camera.
I knew it.
This is a number 3.
I had to be a promptu live.
I ain't had to look in a minute. So I'm coming to
Oh
look
yeah,
in.
you got birthday stuff to get.
Because I'm feeling bad that Kimberly Brooks usually has a board, y'all. Board stands up right here, and she'll have it's got hooks on it, I believe, and she hangs the jewelry on hooks. And the board could have been standing right here, and y'all could have been looking at the jewelry the whole show. And I feel bad about that. So therefore, I'm going to have her come up to the camera, and I'm going to hand her the jewelry over there, and she's going to do a little, what do you call it?
It's just going to be an impromptu live show at this point.
Impromptu live show, selling her jewelry, letting her know, letting our listening audience know what she has to give, what she has to offer. and how you can purchase her jewelry online or meeting her in person. I believe you do that too, right? Okay. Go ahead and you take over your virtual show.
Okay.
And I will even hold your camera for you so your listening audience can tune in.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Lisa, hand me her camera. You're gonna stand here instead of go over there.
Hold on one second.
How you
Let's
gonna do
see.
it?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. It's whatever makes you more comfortable.
I mean, so where do I need to be?
I was hoping you got right there on that. Oh, I'm sorry. The camera's right here.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah. I'm
I was
sure.
hoping. I'll say, well, I'll just go right here.
Yeah. Get right there in front of that camera.
Okay.
And just tell them, hey, this is product, whatever.
Okay, and what I'll do like I normally do when I don't have cards, I'll just tell you what to claim. For it's live.
Tell them where to tune in for your shows, your normal shows. Tell them where they can tune in every day.
All right. Well, if you follow Shine Bright Gems on Facebook, that's where all of my live shows are. You can see for every show I've ever done.
What? You're making her nervous.
No, I'm trying
I'm
to see
trying to
if you
get in here and go shopping.
I'm far from nervous.
Oh,
Many times I gotta hit that live button. So I think I have to.
Let me move. Let me move and let the ladies act bad right now.
Okay. So I'm gonna go through the pieces, but again, if you're looking for any of my live shows, just go on Facebook to my business page, and they're all there. If you have any questions, just inbox me, and I'll help you navigate it. So let's start with life of the party. So I'll explain life of the party. So let me come up with an intro for this. This is a little different. I can't say welcome to the Gem Shop. Welcome to Real Talk Radio, where we're doing an impromptu live edition of Shine Bright Gems. Okay, so on Monday night at 11 p.m., I placed my March Life of the Party order, which qualified me for Life of the Party with bronze access. That means that our physical paparazzi year is from July 1st through June 30th, and I purchased 2,500 pieces of jewelry. Now, that's just bronze access. Shout out to one of my team members. She's on her way to platinum. Everybody has different levels and different parts of this business. For
Platinum,
me,
and you're what level?
the very first level is bronze.
Okay. If somebody's on platinum.
Yeah, it's just that's how much jewelry you're buying.
So you buy 2,500. If she's platinum, she's buying 1,000.
Oh, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of pieces.
Okay.
It's a lot. I think it's 14, whatever half of 2,500 is.
Okay.
That's what she's working on. But what I love about this business is so many levels of it. Life of the Party is personal goals. You have organizational goals. Again, I have a downline of 32 people, meaning I personally signed those 32 people, and I have 82 total. So the part of with recruiting, you want to stretch deep and wide. So I want to make sure everybody on my team is letting someone know about paparazzi. Each one, reach one, teach one. Okay. So a big question that I did a mid-month review with some of my team on yesterday, because it's hard to talk to 82 people, but I can at least start with my team leads and how did you and your team do for March? That's kind of how I started. And a big thing I'm noticing is people are getting off the pink print. You know, I was talking about you're getting told what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it. Life of the Party is one of those goals that is personal. How much you purchase, how much you sell. A team has nothing to do with that goal. Now, for me, when it comes to my credentials in the business, as an executive director, I had to hit 6,000 organizational volume. That's 3,000 pieces of jewelry. But of course, we had more because in any situation, you don't want anybody to do more work. You don't want one leg pulling all of the progress and the success. Right. So I have heavy hitters on my team who are going to max me out. Okay. And I'm just explaining this for myself, and I'm explaining this for a lot of people do ask these questions. Do we have to go live? That was a big question. A lot of people don't get into this business because they're shy. They don't want to get into social media and all of these. The only downfall when you don't do that, hey, cousin consultant, I was just talking about you. That's my first consultant. She joined January 1st, 2019.
How do you remember all these dates?
Well, paparazzi gonna tell you. Plus, I write everything down, and my memory's pretty good. Pictures help too. Let's see here. I think my mom passed on her call. Let's see what she said. Oh, Mom, you're not gonna call him? Okay. And he gonna keep putting the call-in number. You don't have to use it though. Okay. You don't. Nah, you can call in, Mom. Let's call. I'm gonna tell my mom what she can't do.
Yeah, how you gonna tell Mom what she can't do?
I just feel like she's gonna turn into a dating show.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Welcome to the Kimberly Brooks Dating Show.
Yeah, and that's when people they I had new people that say like, they feel like an auction. I guess because we hold the numbers up and we do that.
Right.
They feel like an auction. I said it's not an auction because it's all the same price. So,
Right.
but I understand what they're saying. So the way I'm gonna do it, I'm going to we got on the same earrings. Yes, I got these from Course Royal Treasure. I gave you a shout out. I talked about your team being Royal Radiance. I got my series from you. Yes, indeed. See, that's what I love about the jewelry. She's in Newton, which is about 15 miles from Jasper. And here we are, and we're wearing the same earrings.
Is your mom helpful?
Yeah, that's my mom. Yeah. Well, what she just said. All I see is your comment. I know she said something about coming on. What she said since I was single. So yeah, that's another reason why I love about the jewelry. It is you got the pink bracelet on too. You gotta take a picture so we can do us a cousin collage. Yes, I love that. That's what I love about great minds think alike. And see, something totally unplanned. It's happened with me and my mom before. She'll post her picture of what she wore today, and by the time I realized we were wearing the same thing. So let's start with the newest Life of the Party piece. So this one is one of the exclusive and iridescent. Thank you. I'll go check it out then. So I'm gonna see how it looks on here. I'm gonna start here with this camera. So you have your iridescent stones. And I know I have probably about 3 or 4 more of this. This is the newest one for February because I just ordered March. So this is the February Life of the Party exclusive. So when you hit Life of the Party, you have access to your exclusive pieces. Now with bronze, that means I have access. When you get higher, like silver, they'll send them 5 of each one.
Back up just a minute and let our listening audience know what Life of the Party means. How can they? What benefits or perks do they get for?
Yeah, Life of the Party is based on how much jewelry that you have purchased. Hitting Life of the Party with bronze access, meaning I have access to purchase them. I purchased 2,500 pieces of jewelry since July 1st.
Okay,
that's 5,000 volume, and it basically means and my phone's gonna die. Do I have a charger here? Let's see.
You need a Seaport? I got a Seaport.
Yeah, thank you.
I got you.
Oh, tell cousin Kyson hi. He trying to talk over. He trying to be a part of the show too. Thank you. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna
get you a plug.
No problem. No problem.
Go ahead. Don't break your
Yeah,
stride.
you're fine. You're fine. We do this all the time on live. All right, and it doesn't matter if it happens to I don't get charged up before then. We're on Real Talk Radio. I'm just on my personal page right here. So with Life of the Party, it's all about access. So with me having the first level, I have access to purchase them. But when you go higher levels, they'll send you like silver. They'll send you 5 of each piece. Then you don't have to worry about, oh, did I get that piece or did it sell out? They'll have that for you. So this one is going to be, it's actually called, I love the names of our pieces. This is called Extra Galactic Extravagance. He said, goo goo gaga. All right, cousin Kyson. All right, here's the beautiful iridescent. Just say February, FEBLOP, and I'll know which one that is because I know you're not going to remember Extra Galactic Extravagance. February, that's the February LOP necklace. Or the pretty pink necklace. There's no wrong way to describe the pieces. We'll figure it out. Oh, sure.
I'll plug it in right here so you can keep going. I got extension cord for you. Give me the give me the whole thing. Yes.
There you go. There you go. Let it. If it doesn't, it's okay. It's just like I said. I'll just put it on the charger. If it doesn't, let it do it. All right. Let's do. That's the February LOP.
Hand me that stand right there.
Okay.
It'll allow me to go from the bottom.
From the bottom, I see.
Just sit it right there.
Okay.
Y'all be patient with me if you're on Kim's live.
They know how
plug her phone in.
They know how we do.
And she's ready to go.
Because I've had a phone down on me on the charger, so they know how it goes.
Can they see you?
Yeah, let me just go back. All right, we good. Yeah, we good.
It's not cooperating. Why is that? It usually stands up, no problem.
Of course, it never fails. It's always gonna find a way.
Oh, because I have a thing.
Oh, I do. Can we put it back in here?
That's okay. I don't want to ruin the
No,
show.
You're not. It's 8 people on here. They just hanging out.
Y'all, welcome to the show. This is the After Dark with Malcolm Lee show. Tonight we are with Shine Bright Gems. Shine Bright Gems. sells jewelry. She is a paparazzi consultant. She is looking for recruits. She's looking for ladies and gentlemen who love to purchase jewelry. She's looking for people who want to build a stronger community. She's looking for several things tonight, and we'll be with her.
Everything except for husband.
Everything except for husband, y'all. So don't get in the inbox, fellas. Don't get in the inbox. Mom, stay out of her inbox.
Hey, Jordan, what's up? What's up? All right, y'all. So this one was the previous month LOP. This one was called Posh Party Avenue. You have the beautiful iridescent pieces and the shapes. Y'all know I love shapes. So this is going to be LOP. You can say shapes, anything, let me know. The best thing to do right now is a screenshot. A screenshot will help me too if you want that piece. Hey, Miss Tawana, how you doing? So this is the Posh Party Avenue, and I'm going to help myself as I go and go ahead and package up. So I got my nephew Jordan on. Cousin.
Just while you're speaking to our audience, let people know how they can purchase from.
Okay, I accept all forms of payment. Every piece is only $5, nickel and lead free. Again, I send invoices through Square. You can use any form of payments. Local delivery, if you're in Jasper, y'all know how I do. I will get the Jasper orders. I'll be in Jasper Saturday, so I'll bring that. And then what I'll do is if there's a gap in time, I will just send them all to my mom. But I'll go home pretty frequently to see them so we can work out the Jasper order. But any questions, you can always just let me know. So I'm going to do all the LOP. So remember, we had the first one was this LOP with the iridescent.
What does LOP mean?
Life of the party.
Life of the party.
Life of the party. So these are the pieces, because I hit life of the party, I'll have the opportunity to purchase.
Okay.
Okay, so that was the LOP, and these are life of the party earrings. I actually have been selling these in series 2. I have the purple one. This is the black posh pageantry. Fish hook back. You have the black teardrops and the white bling. I just put some in my cart in the purple and the brown. Miss Patsy had got my pair, so I am going to add the purple and the brown. So if you want this one, just comment pageant. They on a fish hook back in silver. Remember, only $5, nickel and lead free. So that's going to be posh pageantry. So just comment. You do black bling earrings. You comment whatever that will let me know this is what you're interested in. And I tell my team. And I probably, if I was like in my car and thought about it, I keep a deck of cards. I've been on the go and I've done a live and I've used my playing cards as live. Everybody's familiar with a deck of cards. There's always a way you can make it happen. Let's see, life of the party. Okay, this one is called Red Carpet Redo. It actually came out in gunmetal as well. This is one of our newest life of the parties with the bling. I noticed they're starting to focus more on the baguettes. And this actually was the life of the party original. Can't remember if the white bling, blue bling, or the pink bling was the original, but it's called Who's Counting because all those little ones are teardrops. Y'all know I love teardrop. That was not available, but just let y'all know that was the life of the party. Here is your bling. Well, that makes sense. It probably was the white bling because they always give you a white bling ring. So this is going to be red carpet. All of our rings have a stretchy back. They can fit up to a size 10. Here is the red carpet. And these pretty beauties are the LOP Floating Gardens. They have the white pearl flowers with the iridescent. I actually have a white pearl. Let's see if I have it on in my bag. There's a white pearl life of the party necklace. But I've been giving away a lot of jewelry. So if I don't have one, I'll be able to show it in the gem shop. I showed it in white and I showed it in red. And I see they just dropped it in a brown. So this is going to be Floating Gardens with your fish hook back, and you have your white, pretty petals there that make the flowers, and then those are iridescent little petals right there in stones. So this is going to be Floating Gardens. Okay, so you can just comment the white pearl flower earrings or gardens. Comment gardens for those. Let's get to a little bling bling. We're going to do Empower Me Pink was held on February 19th. That is usually a in-person conference for paparazzi. I enjoyed my first year that I was able to go in 2019. But due to the pandemic, it's been virtual. But we get a training, we get to see the spring collection, and we get to get access to these gorgeous exclusive pieces. And it's usually all bling. So let me make sure I have everything for that one. The only thing I will not have, let's see, is the ring. The ring is maybe in the bag. But y'all know that's going to be the EMP pieces that I posted. Y'all know I'm going to always post pictures. So if you're looking for anything, I can either tag you in it, or I can send the link to get to that post. Just getting those earrings back in the package. That's why I keep my pieces together. I only bring out one in the gym shop, and then everything else, and I'm heavy-handed, I'll carry it in a second. So this one is the Limelight Luxury. So this beauty here is Z-piece worthy. Like literally the Z-piece I wore for my 35th birthday, Marissa. This looks just like her. Those are those Z-piece stones, Limelight Luxury. They gave you the dainty bling one. So if you want this one, it's gonna be, you can just comment either Limelight or Luxury. I may have maybe 2 or 3 more of this one. And Mom, I think I did get yours. I missed it the last time. So either I'm bringing it now or you got it last time. Because that's your first question. Do I have that one? Now I love these earrings. These are called Cool Cosmopolitan Cool. Now what I like, they gave you bling rhinestones, but then they gave you the silver details at the bottom. So because they could have easily all blinged it, but they gave you the detail here, post back. So I have 2 of those in the bag, but I'm sure I got a couple more in the gem shop. So just comment cool if you want those bling hoops. Cosmopolitan Cool. And another reason why, you know, people tease me is like, how do you remember all this? Well, paparazzi is good about wordplay. They play on words. And why wouldn't you want something like For the Win? For the Win is very positive. You have your teardrop bling right here with your baguette bling as well. And I've noticed we've been getting a lot of hinge bracelet. Very easy to close, especially somebody like me with long nails. I wore this one recently. So here is your white bling bracelet. So this is going to be Win, W-I-N. The name of that one is For the Win. So if you're interested in that teardrop bling bracelet, just comment Win. So those are the life, that was EMP. Now I'm going to do a couple blockbusters. So even though we get new releases every day, Monday through Friday at 2 p.m., we do have our best-selling pieces that in the event that they sell out, we know they'll be back. So I have, looks like 3 blockbusters. We'll start with one of my most popular ones. It's called Charmed, I'm Sure. I have wore this to a 90s R&B concert. I have wore it to church, just depends on the matter. The original one is in black. Here it is in brown. I actually have myself exclusive like red, blue, and pink. It's popular because of the Bible verse, love the Lord God with all your heart, Luke 10:28. A lot of people love charms and trinkets. A lot of my church members love this one as well. It's great if you want to like gift it. I sent it to a lot of friends that have lost a parent. It's very motivating as well. So this is going to be Charm. And again, I do have it in black and brown. It's a blockbuster. So we know if you want to get one for a set of sisters.
And blockbuster means what?
Okay, top selling pieces. My brother loves them. You know, your family gonna always tease you about things, and they're about blockbusters. I don't know, it's something about the men. The men love the blockbusters. I don't know if it's the name or what, but that just means these have been proven to be our top selling pieces. And if it sells out, we know it's coming back because we do have pieces that do sell out. Like the pink, all the trimmings is popular around breast cancer. We know we're not gonna probably see that again until the spring, but we know it's coming back. Unlike new releases, like if you like this yellow bracelet with the bling heart, you gotta grab it now because when it's gone until it comes back. But we know with these pieces, we don't have to say ain't no more, like my Aunt Ada say, ain't no more. So this is Charmed, I'm Sure. It comes in black and brown. And remember, it has the love the Lord God with all your heart, Luke 10:27, and with all my heart is on this side. That's definitely one of my favorite. I actually gifted that one to a church member on Sunday when I was in Jasper. I was wearing the bling era. One lady said, I want that one. And then she said, I want that one. And that's one of my favorite things is when something's laid on your heart and you just bless somebody with it. Because these are people that, from my church, these are people that mold me into who I am. So if I have a bag of jewelry, that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Okay,
No
so same way when I had a customer who lost her mom, super supporter, and it was ZP she wanted. If that necklace was there and she didn't even know it. So by the time she buried her mom and come back, because that's someone that, you know, when I went to convention, there was consultants that would talk about there are people that have been suicidal in the bottom of the bottom, but when that person's show came on, their life was a little more lighter. And this, what this customer told me, it was a break from my reality. My mom has dementia. She doesn't remember me. It's hard to do this. And now that she's passed and it's just a lot, and I lost my brother, this is a distraction. It's a healthy distraction. She said, so for me to look at that necklace hanging there and it's there, and you know that can change somebody's spirit, it's a given. You know what you're supposed to do. It's a ministry. I told my team today, it is a sisterhood ministry, because once you reach the people, back to Exhibit A, once you reach people, what are you going to do? I know I reach people every day I go live. I know I reach people every time I'm posting, but now that I have those connections, what am I going to do with it? My goal is to bring all the good that everybody has to one big good. So we can make that happen if we keep trying. The next blockbuster is fishing for compliments. And I always say you won't have to fish for compliments with this beauty. It's what we call a series. It comes in silver and gold. Here are your silver link earrings with your white bling. It has that beautiful fishnet here. It looks beautiful with like a scoop neck shirt. Yeah, those white rhinestones and the silver. I do have it in the gold as well. So just comment either compliments or fishing, silver or gold. That one is a blockbuster as well. And the final blockbuster is the Millionaires Club. We have two bling rings in our blockbuster. The other one is called Blind and Brilliant. This is the Millionaires Club. You can look like a millionaire with some $5 jewelry. Here's your Millionaires Club. It's like a blinged out band. Stretchy adjustable band can fit up to a size 10. So this is going to be the Millionaires Club. You can put the dollar signs and I'll know exactly what you want, or you can put the Millionaires Club. So those are our blockbusters. I'm going to do the single pieces and then end with the set. The only thing I'm missing from that set is the ring. Hey, Miss April. Hey, everybody.
Talk a little bit about the hats. Don't you sell the hats too that you have on your head?
Actually, I gave a shout out to my original team leader, Keith Horn with So Glissy. I love my hat collection. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute as far as why I have to have one. But Key Horn was like, I joined under my cousin Stephanie, and then Stephanie leader was Key Horn. Yeah, now Key Horn is an example of using one dream to fund another. So now she has her own boutique, and I make sure I collect all the boss hats, and that's just how it's supposed to go. You showed me paparazzi, you've shown me, a boutique of your own, and you continue to support. Just because someone doesn't do something you don't do anymore doesn't mean they still don't want you to shine bright. Right. And what I want everybody to know, like some of the background about Shine Bright. You will not shine brighter trying to dim someone else's light ever, ever. Because it takes energy, and so the energy that you took from yourself could have been helping you shine more. Yes. And that's what I'm all about. So yeah, So Glissy. That's where the hats come from. I sell jewelry, and that's enough for me. So we're gonna do our individual pieces. I'm gonna do a few necklaces, a couple bracelets, and a pair of earrings, and we'll close out with a set. Just what I keep in my bling bag, every consultant should have a bling bag. You should never be caught without jewelry, whether it is to bless someone with it or just introduce someone to it, or you never know. If someone, I've been told so many times, Kim, where's your jewelry bag? People are expecting that. I can't say I've been doing this since September 2018 if I don't have jewelry. If you've represented that, that's what people are going to assume from you. That's what you want. It's like you have to be ready. I tell my team, you want 100 orders, but are you ready to fill up 100 orders? I know I could go home right now and fill a big order like that, whether it be shipping supplies, I have the inventory. You have to get ready and prepare for your increase and your abundance when you're ready to receive it. So we talked about this piece earlier. It came in silver and one of my favorite fashion fix set, but here it is in the black and gold. One of my favorite combinations is black, silver, black, and gold. Here are those nice size complimentary earrings. This is called Double the Face. I do have two of these. I'm pretty sure there's one hanging in the gym shop. You got your gold finish and those black. I think this one came so popular because of the way that plate lays. I wore out that silver set. Love that one. Part of me wants, you can't keep it all. As a jewelry lady, it's hard because I'm somebody, I feel like if you like it in one color, and that's how I order too, because I worked in retail and I'm used to going to a store. There's a sweater, there's all the colors, there's a pair of shoes, there's all the colors. So if I'm shopping and trying to build my store, you should be able to see those earrings if it does come in that color. That's how I shop for inventory. Also to make sure, like, that's one of the number one questions my recruits ask me. Well, how do I know what to order? First, you got to learn your customer base. But I'll say right now, when you're starting, if you don't have every color, if you don't have every finish, you got to make sure you have something that represents all the inventory. And that's what I put in my bag. I make sure I have men pieces. We discontinued our little girl collection. I don't ride around with $25 Z pieces, but I want to make sure that I have all representation. So this was a part of a fashion fix set, a popular one. You have 3 silver bangles here, and then you have a black set of a black wooden bangle. So these are very popular. In my gem shop, I have nothing but a hoop and bangle section. Over time, I think I'm growing my gem shop. I don't know. I have to decide what I'm gonna do long term. Probably build something else as far as where to store it. But here is a pair of bangles. Let's see. This is called Adventurous Attitude. You can come in attitude or just the black silver bangles. I don't know what you're talking about. Now this one I love. Nobody has bought this one yet, but I know I have a couple vendor events. And that's the difference, again, do I have to go live to do this business? You can do whatever you want to do that's going to expose your business. And now that my inventory has grown, if you're live for the party, 2,500 pieces just didn't disappear. So I know if I go to an event and I have this one out, I have it in brown too, it's going to sell better because it's on display. Here, I'm just showing you one bracelet and put it up. But it's different because I worked in retail. How it looks is all on display. And you have that opportunity to do with vending. So this one is called Rodeo Romance. It's like a mustard yellow. I do have it in like a taupe brown color. It is leather. I love the feel of that. So it's leather and you have that blinged out heart. So the thing about heart pieces, all the month of February, I purchased nothing but heart pieces from my Papa sisters. If I just popped on her live, I said, show me your heart pieces, bought a couple pieces because you have to plant seeds of success. You cannot want things to come your way if you're not putting that in the atmosphere. And again, I do feel like with my business, it does keep me closer to my sisterhood and my ministry of what I'm trying to do. So I purchased all heart pieces, and in February I wore all heart pieces. I'm very theme-ish. And then that was the bracelet. I think I skipped. Let me do pick up my necklaces. So this one was a convention exclusive in the shiny copper. Then they dropped it in the silver. This one is called the Flower Garden Fashionista. And I know I have replay watchers. Yes, these pieces are available. They are in my bling bag. Most of them, if it's in the bling bag, that means I have more than one. I put my extras in my bag, so just let me know. These have the cute 3D silver flowers right here. This one was a popular. It lays so well on the chest. I actually have some silver flower rings that will coordinate the one that is going to be in the set that I'm going to show at the end. You could just comment flower or garden for that silver flower necklace.
I just had a flashback. You know what this reminds me of? Is it called QVC?
Oh yeah, a lot of people talk about that. You like my own personal QVC channel. And this is another flower one that came in the series. This is the Fiercely Flower. I have it in the shiny copper at the gym shop. Here's your white bling earrings. I have it in the original one. This was a Life of the Party original in silver. This is the gold. Those beautiful white petals are right here in pearl, and I love that blinged out flower. That's pretty cute. So this is Fiercely Flowering, so you can just comment gold flower for that one. Every piece is only $5, and it is nickel and lead free, so it is skin friendly. Make sure you visit shinebrightgems.com to register as a customer. You will have access to the same inventory that I have. Those new releases do drop 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. This one is called the Pina Colada Paradise. I do have this one in yellow as well. If you watch my flash sales, I did do a series the other day. Here's your green acrylic marble of some. Okay. Here's your, because I have 2 cameras going, that's why. Here is your green. This is like an olive green. You got 2 layers, your acrylic pieces, and your green beads. So this is going to be Paradise or Pina Colada Green, and I do have it in the yellow as well. Mellow yellow. And how can you not like these names? So these are called Watch Me Now. And I told my team, watch me now, like Buster and Chris Brown. So Swatch Me Now is like a swatch with patchwork, fish hook back. You have that cute patchwork on here with the blue, and you have those cute little red flower remnants on here. Even on my flash sale, I had this with a blue rhinestone necklace. You don't have to wear the jewelry a certain way. You put on what you want to wear. Cute always go with cute. Fish hook back, silver chrome. You got those layers. Swatch Me Now is that blue patchwork. So you can comment patchwork, blue earrings. It's the only blue earrings in the lineup, so I know what you're talking about. And we're going to end with a Fashion Fix set. So congratulations, Papa Says Mom. Welcome back to Fashion Fix. Fashion Fix is a exclusive monthly subscription where you get exclusive 5 sets. We have 5 paparazzi collections. They never change. You have, I'll start with my favorite, Magnificent Musings. Magnificent Musings. And you know, there is a such thing as having a certain style. There's a certain preference that you have. Now, I'm very open. I love a lot of different things, but for the most part, there's certain things you're gonna see. So for Magnificent Musings, and I read something recently, they even said our paparazzi collection mimics our recruiting style. And I said, you know what, that is how I talk to people about recruiting. It's just amazing. And I know that as a psychology major that you do have personality types. You do have things that you link to. So Magnificent Musing is going to be more, and it's based out of like Chicago, the Magnificent Mile. It's edgier, grungier, silver, edgy. I am an edgy person. I love silver. That's my first love. And I love gunmetal. So you have Magnificent Musings. You have Fiercely Fifth Avenue. Fiercely Fifth Avenue, like Fifth Avenue in New York. Posh, sophisticated, your pearls, your bling. Somebody that may not like black and white. This the only likes black and white. That's going to be for them. You can't get them the funky, loud colors. That's not what they're going to wear. They want the pearls. They want the bling. That's your Fiercely Fifth Avenue. Then you have glimpses of Malibu, like Malibu, California is going to be your cooler colors, your blues and your greens, your colors and pops of color. Then there is Sunset Sightings. For those who do not know, Paparazzi Accessories is based in the mountains. It's out in Utah. So you're going to have those natural stones like coming up at Simply Santa Fe. Sunset Sightings sometimes brings that in. But Sunset Sightings reminds me, that probably would be my second favorite because it's contemporary and abstract. You're going to see shapes and like this is a Sunset Sightings piece that I'm wearing now. So the last collection is Simply Santa Fe. So those that some people are sleeping on the crackle stone is actually my mom has been rocking this like on Mission Sunday at church when it's all white. If you have this on with that crackle stone, it is very pretty. Crackle stone is not just turquoise. We have white, we have red, we have orange. There's different crackles. So this is a Simply Santa Fe set. So this will be just set. You can do set necklace, and I know I still have the flower ring in the gem shop. There are 2 sets of this. Here are your little daisy flower earrings on a fish hook back. You got that cute pendant here. It's a nice size. And then you have a direct match bracelet. So you may not always get necklace, bracelet, earrings, and set. We just had a award on Friday. Love that set. We had our first set with 2 necklaces. So I had a long trinket on and then I had a choker. That's the very first set that had 2 necklaces. Sometimes we get a necklace, earring to bracelet, so it's going to be 4 pieces, but it could be different combinations. Here is your matching bracelet. It's a direct match to your necklace with your lobster claw closure. So that's going to be set necklace or bracelet. Now again, I am missing the ring. The ring is just a cute silver flower that looks like that. So probably because I sold one of these ones, probably why it's separate.
Kim, right quick. No matter where they are in the world, they can order from you, right?
They can now. I have to look up. I never shipped out of the country. There are some of our U.S. Commonwealth territories that we can. I just never got approached to have to do it. Okay. And there's a list of places that we can, but for the most part, it's all the United States.
The United States.
United States, and if it is some of those, I can always check. There is a list of countries that I just never have had to do it.
Okay. Yeah. Anywhere in our 50 states.
Anywhere in the 50 states for sure. If you out of the country, and I've looked at it like this. Everybody knows somebody in America.
All right.
Everybody knows somebody in America, so we can work it out. And the last piece of that set, besides the ring, this is why I love Fashion Fix sets because I just showed you that turquoise, but these have nothing to do with that. They'll coordinate, but I can put on these everyday earrings every day. And I probably got almost all of the upgraded silver earrings because I have to have those go-to. You gotta have your go-to pieces. I don't want to know where it has to match. I just want to put on some earrings because it looks funny when you don't have anything in your ear, or if you have a bare chest and nothing hanging on, even if it's just a single bling stone. Gotta have some jewelry.
Those that are watching the video and can't see it up close and personal, are these same pictures on the website?
If only thing that's gonna be on the website is what you can purchase right now. If you want to see what I have, just reach out to me because the inventory changes every day. Okay. You're gonna see what you can purchase right now. I've had some of these pieces since whenever. Okay. So the best thing to do, if there's something you may have saw that you want to see, just send me a screenshot, reach out to me, and I can give you a chance to check it out. Yep, so that's all that I'm gonna show from the bling bag. Just a little variety of what the individual pieces look like, what the sets look like, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's all type of jewelry. Again, with new releases coming out every day, there's always a chance to see what you're looking for. But if you are looking for something specific, let me know. It is that time of the year. It's prom. It's wedding season, graduation. If you want to give a senior, a nice string of pearls or a nice little bling, just so many ideas. I actually sent out a list with places to sell paparazzi. to my team. And if you, same way to think back to that result, if you don't have an event, create an event. A lot of people be looking like, oh, that event was taken up or I couldn't get in. You create an opportunity. I've been doing a lot of, especially after Black History Month, looking at women on the rise. I was reading about Shirley Chisholm. She said, if they don't give you a seat at the table, just pull up a chair. And that's what it's about. You know, there's always an opportunity. It's just what you choose to do with it. And just like right now, I didn't plan to do an impromptu live, but you be prepared. Be prepared that way. But they say stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And this is an opportunity to not only share information about my jewelry business, but let the community know what I'm doing. And through an impromptu live, where even if you didn't tune in right now, the replay is available, and I'm on my personal page, so it'll reach different audience anyway.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. That's why I offered this opportunity to you, because you've been a supporter of ours for many, many years. Hopefully you'll be a supporter of ours for many, many more years. Mm-hmm. But that's why I offered this impromptu showing tonight, because I watch you do them all the time. Me and Lisa watch you do them all the time. And I'm like, look at her. She's
as long as I get my notifications. I don't get them as often as I used to.
It's a lot of glitches. Like, people say they're not getting the the notifications. Then we can't see comments live. It's kind of hard to do. We'll get off live, and then you see all these people that were talking to you.
Were talking to you, and they didn't say a word.
But I mean, there's nothing. And then even Facebook, you'll see all the comments after the fact.
Right.
Like, I have to go back and put new. It's not and a good thing to do that I know helps with algorithms is to go back. Anybody that comments, say something, even if it's just a hi, thank you. Mm-hmm. Show that, because that's what I studied it. I have one of the best persons that as a mentor to kind of just listen to that, because it makes sense. Those happy birthdays, because they go to their inbox. Right. They want to see, they know people are connecting, but is it personal? Is it on a personal level? Are you just being nosy? Are you just prying? Are you just scamming? Are you really having a relationship with that person? So that's what that is going to show. So, well, I appreciate the opportunity. I'm always down to utilize resources. That's a big thing right now. Use your available resources. Take advantage of an advantage. There's nothing wrong with being an opportunist and take advantage, as long as there's no ill or bad intent. Be an opportunist for the positive reasons. You're supposed to want to put yourself in the best position for you. Who wouldn't want to? Exactly. But at the same time, I shouldn't have to knock you out the way to get there. I shouldn't have to do it. If you're focused on your focus, it's not going to matter.
Shouldn't have to pull you down.
No.
To get up the ladder.
Because I got to get myself back together, because I didn't pull you down. It's just after the turn of the year, I was on a conservation. I ain't going to say was. I need to kind of get back on it. Conservation of time, effort, and energy. It's like you almost know what kind of energy something is coming with. Right. Now, there are surprises. Don't get me wrong. I've had some people really surprise me. Came out of nowhere, didn't think that's what they're about to do. Right. But that's just life. But for the most part, there is a behavior pattern. If this person is bringing positive energy, or if you're going to drain it, you just got to eliminate it, because I feel like the longer you stay on that path, you're getting further away to what you should be doing. Wow. And further what you're trying to get done. So I was doing good. I just need to get back hold to, because again, when you're trying to network and open up, you're trying to reach, but you still can condense it down to if you're not on board with Shine Bright Gym, if you're not on board on anything for the community, then
what are you doing?
Well, I don't really have any reason to connect with you. It's just something else taking up time and space. Right. And I'm the way my calendar looking, I don't have any extra
time and space to give away.
I don't have any extra. So that's why you make those quality. It's not quantity. It's the quality connection, meaningful connections. When I was reading my resume, that I had some, when you read someone writes about you, basically they took what I had and they made it in a story, and that's it. I basically just want to get out here and use all these degrees and all this experience is one thing. I want to use it to where it makes sense.
Apply it to life.
Yeah, live, learn. People say live and learn. It means nothing without application. Live, learn, and apply. Yeah, knowledge and application.
Exactly.
My mom says, thanks, Real Talk, for giving our daughter this opportunity. Thanks, Malcolm. And Lisa's over there.
I'm hiding in the corner.
Hey, Mom, you're gonna stop trying to give your daughter away.
No, she ain't. No, she ain't. She could be. No.
Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We've been with Shine Bright Gym all night long. We had an R&B singer that was supposed to come in tonight. He's unavoidably detained, unfortunately. We'll get back to
I
him
love
soon.
that.
Very well known R&B singer here in Houston, Texas. His name is K Shine. But anyway, we'll get to K Shine on another night. Thanks, Lisa. That's what Miss Brooks said. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
You're
from
welcome.
Kevin's
You're
Bar.
welcome.
All right.
That brings our show to a close tonight. This has been After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa on Real Talk 100 Radio, y'all. Every week, every Monday and Wednesday night, we make sure we create awareness, promote, advertise small businesses, or we promote underground music. If you're an underground music artist and you'd like to have an interview on our platform, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Small businesses, we're in the community with you. We're right here with you. We fight right alongside you to promote your business because we are small business ourselves. If you would like to be on the show and create awareness about your small business, all you have to do is text interview to 936-333-1969. That's all we got from the After Dark with Malcolm and Lisa show tonight. We thank our sponsor.
Sponsors.
We thank our sponsors. Tonight. But this particular show was sponsored by Daiquiri Island to Go. Thank you so much, Daiquiri Island to Go. How did you like them drinks tonight?
I only had a sip of it. It was nice. I'll finish it.
You'll finish it?
I'll finish it. I need to be slurring talking about the jury.
I saw she scooted the cup way
First of all, it's red.
Right.
We don't need any problems. That's why that went that way.
This show was sponsored by Daiquiri Island to Go and Happy Vibes Daiquiri. They're the best daiquiris in the area to us, and we thank them so much for the drinks tonight. That's all we got. Until next Monday night. Bye-bye.